G'day, welcome back to RC Model Reviews, a follow-up on the Firefly 4 or HawkEye 4K Firefly split camera. Now, HawkEye did get back to me, but only after I posted the video, and so that was not really very good. And you might think, well, maybe they only had maybe they had a day off or something. Well, it's been a couple of days since I posted the message, and they had made posts to their Facebook page since I posted my particular problem, and they'd ignored it. So it wasn't until after I posted the review that suddenly things started to happen. So yeah, and of course they pointed me at some new firmware, which I have loaded onto this SD card according to the instructions, downloaded it. So we'll see if this unbricks the camera. So I have to put this into the camera. Let me just try and get you in shot here. And there we go. So it's just got the bin file, which is the file for updating the firmware. So I'm going to plug this in and we'll see what happens. Well, it's blinking, that's good. Yep, so it could be updating the firmware. Let's see if that unbricks the camera. I've got to wait till it stops flashing, I believe. There we go, it's blinking faster now. And I'm not sure, I didn't actually bring the instructions with me, so, oh, it's beep, 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 and it's turned itself off. No, it's turning itself on again, and the red light is flashing. I don't know what all this means. I don't want to interrupt the sequence. I may have to get the computer out and just see what's involved in. Let me just get the FPV equipment and see if we have a picture. Maybe we'll have got a picture already, I don't know. If we've got a picture, then it will have finished updating, I suspect. Yes, look at that. We now have a picture. It is unbricked. Well, that is quite a relief for anyone that that may have bricked their camera before. So I guess now I can power it down, and yeah, it should be good. Let's unpower it. Right. So we have effectively restored the function. So it wasn't totally bricked, just required that the new firmware. That's good. Okay, there you go. The camera's working. Let's summarize the situation. HawkEye seemed to have fixed the firmware issue that was causing the camera to effectively become a little tiny lightweight brick. And that's great. That's excellent. So I guess that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? So now the camera works again. I'm going to try it over the next week or so, just make sure there's no other hidden dangers lurking within its firmware bugs. And I'll post a follow-up video. But now we have to decide, what am I going to do with the video I put up yesterday in which I basically said don't buy this camera because you can brick it with 3 button presses or just by selecting an option on a menu following the instructions. Should I take that video down? Because, well, it no longer applies because we have unbricked the camera thanks to this latest software update, which is dated less than a week ago, just a few days ago. They obviously fixed that. Now, the version before that obviously didn't fix it. Or Derek, who posted the same problem 2 weeks ago, would have unbricked his camera when he updated the firmware. So this is a very recent firmware update. And so if you are going to buy a camera and install this update, you shouldn't have this problem, which is great news. Basically, looks like we can put it back on the OK to buy list. Now, how do we rate Firefly's or HawkEye's support? And on the positive side, they have apparently seemingly fixed the problem. Excellent. So that 10 out of 10 for fixing the problem. But then there's the other aspect of it. I mean, Derek was basically told do something, it didn't work, and then he was ignored. And basically, well, you tried that too bad, never mind. I posted exactly the same problem and I was ignored. And until I posted my video review saying don't buy this product, then suddenly, as if by magic, HawkEye were all over the video comments and all over their Facebook page saying, oh, this is what you do, this is how you fix it. And to their credit, it does fix it. But I still don't see a banner anywhere saying, if you have bought a HawkEye Firefly 4K split camera, please install the latest software update immediately before you use your camera to ensure that, you have smooth sailing. So I don't see that. And I don't know, a little business lesson, a little lesson from the west to the east. Now, I don't know how the culture in the east goes, Hong Kong, China. I don't know how the culture goes in terms of supporting product. But here in the west, when every customer you have is your most important customer. You don't say, this person's a nobody, so we'll ignore them. But hey, this guy has posted a review telling people not to buy, so let's actually do what we should have done 2 weeks ago when we were dealing with Derek. Okay? So HawkEye, I would say, start responding. Now, I know you didn't have a fix until a few days ago, but the thing is, if you are working on a fix, tell people. Firstly, acknowledge the fault. Let your customers know that, hey, there is a problem. For a start, it can mean that they won't accidentally select, in this case, they wouldn't have selected the mode that bricked their camera. They could have skirted around that. And secondly, it means that you obviously are giving them some hope that if they have bricked their camera, there's a solution further down the track. Now, you want to keep a good communications. Communications is essential. And so if you'd responded to me within the 2 or 3 days that I gave you to say, hey, yes, you're right, Mr. Simpson, we have a problem and we're working on it, I wouldn't have posted my rather negative review of the product or the company. So I hope from that you have learned that you must always maintain good communications. You must respond to people, even if you don't have the answer. Let them know, not by way of an automated response that you don't follow up on, but by a personal response saying, thank you for your report. We're looking at it. We will get back to you, whatever. And then get back to people. Say, look, yes, we realise that the last software update didn't fix this, so we're working on a new one and it should take X days or weeks or whatever, so that just people are not treated like mushrooms, so that they are basically kept informed. If there's hope, if there's light at the end of the tunnel, they'll give you some leeway, they'll give you some slack, let you have time to fix things. But just ignoring them, basically holding them at arm's length and just hoping they don't exist is not a solution to customer support. So let's give HawkEye the benefit of the doubt. Let's say they've learned this lesson. I'll be keeping an eye on their Facebook page and their other website just to see what they're doing. And I expect that when I go there tomorrow, there will be a big banner saying, make sure you update your camera to the latest software version before you use it. And because there are going to be cameras out there. There's going to be cameras in warehouses. This firmware update is only 4 or 5 days old. So there's going to be stock in retailers' warehouses of the versions with the bad firmware. And if people do what I did, they're going to brick their camera. They may not be, even go and check out and see whether there's a fix available. They may say, damn thing's broken. Throw it away. Never buying another HawkEye product in my life. So it's in HawkEye's interests to make sure that people don't have that problem. And advise your retailers. Advise the retailers that have bought off you to include an advisory on their product pages so that people know. To ensure the best performance of your fantastic HawkEye product, please make sure that you update it to the new firmware before you use it. Simple as that. And then right from the get-go, you're showing you're proactive in terms of support. So I don't know why I'm making a video for HawkEye. This is supposed to be for you guys, but I would like some feedback from you guys, my audience. What shall I do now? Shall I take down yesterday's video because it may be unfair, because the product now is not bricked? Should I leave it up and then just post this video, and as I have done, and sort of have a follow-up in another week or so's time, and then review whether I take down the video I posted yesterday? I don't know. I'm in a bit of a quandary here. I'd like people to see that, in this case, HawkEye didn't step up to the plate as they should have until I got involved, until I posted a review. It speaks to, not the best. Maybe they've learned a lesson from this and it will be fantastic support from this point forward. I'd like to think so. I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt. But you guys tell me, should yesterday's video stay up or should I take it down? To the commenty piece down there with your answers, please. Very important. I don't want to unfairly criticise a company that has stepped up to the plate and fixed the problem. But again, I want people to know that there was a problem and it wasn't fixed until I posted my review. But your choice, guys. Go put your answers. I'll tally them up and I'll just go with the majority on this one. There you go. You're part of the machine now. You're part of the RC Model Reviews machine. You're important people watching this video. I take your opinions very seriously. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. In a week or so's time, there will be a follow-up with more video footage from the HawkEye Firefly 4K split, and I'll give you my final thoughts on the product. And in fact, I'll just tack a little bit on the end here if I manage to get some flying in on the way home, because there's 30km/h winds out there. It is no fun, and I don't know how I'll handle that with the somewhat higher than average latency of this camera, but hey, maybe it'll be a good test, so let's see what happens. Thanks for watching, and thanks to my Patreon supporters who made sure there were no mid-roll ads in this video too. Bye for now.